Hey, hey, I'm here. Greetings, mortals, and welcome to Valhalla, Cyberpunk Bartender Action. Now, if you've seen the last one, we were staying with Boss! Hell yeah! No, skip. So we were staying with Boss, and if you saw the thumbnail, I figured out you can put a picture into MS Paint and then, you know, you know. Anyway, I never noticed this. The Ballad of a Gay Ghost. I am going to commit arson. I don't know. Look, if anyone else likes arson, I don't know. Don't do it though. We like people to live. But if you like arson, anyway, I'm just saying. Where was I? 11, 5, 16, 16, yeah, 16, I guess. Okay, so you're staying with Boss. Also, if it's the curse thumbnail, it's very nice. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can complete this quickly because Deltarune is coming out soon, and I want to play through Deltarune chapters 1 and 2 first before I Delta don't do it, my guy. Anyway, yeah, here we go. Rise and shine. Good morning. It's 11 a.m. though. That's morning for me on the weekends and any other day. How's everything outside? Still noisy, but forces have been deployed to take care of most of them at least. How so? Zaibatsu Corp's president is pleading with anyone to stop the rogue White Knights. Neighboring cities' forces were deployed quickly and have subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of White Knights just freezing, like they were petrified somehow. You make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everything in place. Well, I'm just glad no bullets are flying in and out of the whole building. Sure, there's still some bad apples out, and it's not really safe yet, but it was worse last night. There also seems to be a civilian force lynching any White Knight they spot. So not only are the White Knights a problem, regular folks are on edge too. Wonder if Say's okay. Should we be worried about Gil? That kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that whatever it is he's doing, he's safe. Dare I say even safer wherever he is than here. I sure hope so. Are we gonna work today? Nah, things are too nasty right now. Let's take a Sunday off. Oh, alright. Say, do you want me to help you get to your apartment? Actually, yeah. I'd appreciate that. Okay then, let me lock things up and we'll go. We'll grab something for lunch on the way. Sounds good. And here we are. Wait, is happening? Home sweet home. Thanks a lot. Hey, boss. Wanna hang out for a bit? Yeah, grab a beer, chill out for a bit. Mostly to thank you for helping me. Well, I don't have much to do anyway, so yeah, sure. I did tell you should invite me to your apartment sometime, didn't I? Oh, yeah. You did. What worries me a bit is that beer. It always leads to something else. Some more beer? I was gonna say that one of us going through the Spanish announcer's table. But I think we're safe here. Who's the Spanish announcer? Come on in then. Excuse me. Want one? Sorry, I don't smoke. Don't mind me though. I'll give you one. Thanks. Say, how is the chilly weather treating you? It gets cold from time to time, but nothing the Katatsu and the heater can fix. Oh, right, boss! You're not very good with the cold, are you? You know it. You didn't bring your jacket here either. Yeah, I left it at home when going to the bar yesterday. It wasn't that cold, and I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar. Would you like a sweater or something? Oh, don't mind me. I insist. Have this hoodie from some time ago. It was too big for me. Why buy it then? It was dirt cheap. Right. Wait, where did you get this one? Dunno, some flea market ages ago. Why? Nothing. It's just like one I had many years ago. What happened to it? Too much use. It just ripped. I see. You can keep it if you want. I never use it anyway. We'll see. Come to think of it, how old are you, boss? I'm eternally 17. Fair enough. 17 plus how much? 17 plus I'd have to cut your tongue if you knew. Alright. Let me go change it to something more comfortable. Take your time. 4! I am judging you. Say, Jill, there's a blue-eyed mass of black fur glaring in my direction. Hmm? Oh, that's just for... He's wary of new visitors. Cats will be cats, I guess. He'll warm up quickly, though. Just give him time. He's unusual looking. Blue eyes on a black cat. They usually have green. Yeah. Weird, huh? At first, I thought they were like that because he was small, but they never changed. Do you have any pets, boss? Back at home, we had a bear. What? Good old Vasco. He kept intruders away better than any dog. Right. This picture here isn't something you see every day. What? Me taking such a sappy pic? Aw. No, a framed picture on printed paper. So vintage. Who are these? That's the one on the right is Lenore, my girlfriend, and the one on the left is Gabrielle, her sister. Huh. Is this pic recent, or... Actually, that one's from 3 or 4 years ago. You look exactly the same. I'm only 27. What do you expect? That's what they say, kids are the ones getting old. I thought it was recent because you don't usually see people displaying pictures of their exes so openly. Let alone a printed and framed one. Did you two break up on good terms then? You even hesitated a bit when calling her your ex. Let's just say that everything ended with both of us saying mean things. And me storming out of her house, breaking a couple of things on the way out. We never broke up formally, and I guess I still have feelings for her. I just went away and haven't said a word since. Really. It's hard to picture you doing such a thing, and you look so happy in the pic. Why have her pick out like this then? I just couldn't get my mind off something that Alma said to me. Something about missing having the warmth of someone else pressed against your side. Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs. Putting your head in their chest, listening to their breathing as they pet your head. Dozing off, knowing they're there, watching you, protecting you. I don't know. I felt nostalgic, then miserable. I'll just put this away. I've been meaning to apologize, but I feel like it's too late now. Whenever I go out, there's this fear in the back of my head that I'll meet her in the street. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone talk to her. I'd be a mess. It's never too late to apologize, Joe. Because it's too late to apologize. Okay. Maybe. What's that on the table? Looks like an envelope. It's nothing! Nothing! No, please give me that! Give that to me! No. Alright. I saw nothing. Don't worry. Anyway, let's grab some beers. Guide me. Woo! Damn, you have a lot of beer. Well, the BTC gives me discounts and the point card I use every time I buy their alcohol. With that, beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get. Is there... Kiki Miki! Ah! Kiki Miki right next to me. Awesome. Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and these? The drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful, also stronger than the ones they sell in the stores. And besides, the one in the bar is more of a double IPA. This one is more of a pilsner. In English, please. This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor. I don't know. Doesn't taste like a lighter to me. Is this one made with that, what was the name of the base liquor you use at the bar again? Nutriogenic diet. Okay, let me read this. Nutriogenic dichometrical lidogenol, or NDL. It was a supplement or something, right? It was an experimental fluid. They created to replace water when the maiden kissed polluted water supplies. The effects of pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went into mass pollution. Pollution, yes, it never polluted the souls that lay down there on the earth, and they shall not be corrupted by NDL. But the BTC still commissioned it for use in bars. And is this one made with it? Let's see. Yep, but here it is, near the end. NDL and cornstarch. Cornstarch? It serves as a stabilizer, if I remember correctly. They need it for packaged drinks. I see. I just realized something. What? You're a nerd, Jill. Guilty as charged. I still have that bottle of rum somewhere around. You want some of it? Well, you have some too. Not really, no. Then leave it like that. I'm not letting you drink beer alone. That's not how drinking with friends works. You consider me a friend then, boss? Why wouldn't I? You know, what with being my boss and all, I was never too sure. Well, in case you had your doubts, yes, I consider you one of my best friends. Besides, you and Gil are always so diligent and responsible that I'm boss in name only anyway. That's good to know. On a side note, it surprises me that you kept that poster of me in your room. And even more that you hung it in plain sight. When I gave it to you, it was more or less a joke, you know that? Does it make you uncomfortable? If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, why would it make me uncomfortable? It's my own face. I'm a narcissist. Anyway, I'm not. I'm still wondering why you did it, though. Aside from filling an empty spot in the wall, I don't really know. I thought it was funny, too. Also, I have your picture in my phone. You what? Yeah, it's just my lock screen cover. I see. I guess it's like if someone gave you, I don't know, a dildo-shaped trophy or something, and you had it there as a conversation starter. You became Dorothy there for a second. Yeah, no. Although no one comes here anyway, so it's kind of pointless. What? No steamy nights of passion? That's since a year ago, I think. And I'd rather not talk about what happened then. Did someone hurt you? Because if they did, I can go dish out the pain. No, nothing of the sort. A different kind of mess. Uncomfortable mess. A not being able to have sex for reasons mess. Glad to know you have my back, though. That's what friends are for. Wait, you talk about the poster and compare it to having a dildo-shaped trophy? Can we stop talking about the trophy, please? Did you just call me a dildo face? Oh, it's okay, we stop talking about the trophy, but that was not the part. That was not the part I wanted to start talking about. That's what friends are for? Yep. Hey, boss, be honest with me here. About what? Who's Gil exactly? What do you mean? You know what I mean. Who the fuck is he? Oh, yeah, that. Well, I have a couple of ideas. I know for certain that Gil was in Hong Kong riots. And he took part in the anti-riot force before defecting. That should give me a clue as to who he is, but... So far I've only found out about one such defector, and he didn't leave Hong Kong for at least 4 years. I also know for certain that Gil was in England and France during that time frame. And it's always like that when I think I have a clue as to who he is. Something else comes up that contradicts the evidence. That guy's troublesome. Hi, babe. Yeah? Wonder if Gil's alright. You worried about him? You make it sound like I'm some emotionless robot. You can be hard to read. My neck hurts. Oh, boss, take a heating pad. No, it's the weight of my sins. Ow, my neck actually hurts really bad. I don't know why. I wouldn't worry about Gil so much, though. There's 3 things I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him. And third, he absolutely hates bell pepper. He does? I've seen him even reject food that he's been in contact with it. Man, what a baby. Unless he's allergic or something. He's not. Man, what a baby. How'd you meet such a guy? He showed up in the door of the bar. He what? Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion. Potions? Right. Levitation potion. It was a slow day, and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said he didn't have any money on him. I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave the drink for free. And after a couple, he broke down crying. Huh? I don't know what he did, but he was really, really regretting it. He wanted a second chance or whatever. And I told him if he could wash himself, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different the next day. Damn. I tried and failed to find out anything about him. So I decided to take him at face value. I'd judge him for what he did as an employee. And aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal gets. Yeah, he returned the favor in kind by covering his ass from time to time. Sometimes literally. What surprised me is that you took him in so easily. I've taken in a couple of strays. Hey, was that a jab at me? I can take care of myself, and I always kept an eye on him. That doesn't answer the question. And besides, after the whole Robert thing, I couldn't ignore someone that desperate so easily. I see. Alright, Robert jumped because they were high on alcohol and thought they were levitating. So they jumped to their death. Jinkies. You made the bar more lively yourself, you know. How so? Well, with the regulars you earned, of course. Like that blonde titty hacker. I can't remember her name. Alma? I was gonna say Armitage. She's a nice girl, you know. I don't think she's young enough to be called a girl. Says the girl who's eternally 17. In any case, she's really lovely. When you hear her speak of her family, she speaks with such love, her face just brightens up. Makes me kind of jealous that she has such close relationship with them, to be honest. You have bad relations with your family? Not bad, but I'm not exactly close to anyone else aside from my mom, dad, and aunt. But back to Alma. I'm really hoping she finds a nice guy to settle with. mean, she's so bent into finding one, I can't help but want her to succeed. Ah, I see. There's also that sex worker robot girl. Ah, Dorothy. She intrigues me though. I've seen lots of sex workers over the years. She seems pretty giddy. Not that she likes her job, but rather that she takes to it with such childish excitement. I've noticed that too, but then again, Lilum can be weird. You think? Lilum operate in some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share a fear of mortality. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in the collective source. If they lose an arm, they can reattach it or replace it. Depending on the circumstances, they might not even feel pain at all. It's not like they haven't attained human-like emotions like fear or love, but they're different. Like a different culture, if you must. And I didn't see it that way. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC-72. It's a social interactions model or something. Let them get positive reinforcement state from their bodies if they're fulfilling their main purpose, so I'm guessing she gets a built-in push whenever she's in a meaningful or challenging social interaction. Interesting. The name Lilum is a bit weird though. Is it? It is? You'd expect them to be called bots or dolls, but Lilum doesn't convey the image of automatons. Just a tip, bots and dolls are considered slurs by them. Bot is akin to calling them retarded, and doll is akin to calling them fake. Thanks for the advice. That aside, do you know why they're called Lilum? As far as I know, it's because they all come from a bigger AI called Lilith. And Lilum are Lilith's offspring in Jewish folklore. Ah, cool. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called by a full name? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julianne and you almost tore me a new one with your glare. See? Like that! It's no big secret, but it's one of those things that feels silly when you say it out loud. Try me. Well, did you ever watch Modern Warrior Julianne? Not all of it, but my little sister's a big fan of the reruns. Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. I had everything from the dolls to the costumes to the lunchboxes. It didn't help that it was one of those shows that got dropped literally everywhere. I saw a couple of episodes once. They were really nice. It was beyond nice. The show's about a model who can transform into an armor-clad magic knight. She fights demons born from greed and vanity. How the show presented Jules hating her job because it invited enemies, and yet it still found solace in trying to be a real role model. Hell, the main character wasn't a kid. Julianne was an adult that became younger when transformed. I'd say it was a pretty ambitious kids show, even by today's standards. Just the fact that her enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards or body image. Challenging as fuck. Oh, you got excited there. And that is the problem. Back then I was so obsessed with Jules. I sang the song, dressed like her, I could even recite full chapters. Something tells me you still can. That's besides the point. It was nice while I was in elementary school, but then I went to middle school, and what a surprise, tweens are jackasses. They went out of their way to tease me about the things I did back then. I don't hold it against Jules. I always hold my grudge against those fuck jobs. Sounds rough. You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age? Who's worrying about thighs? I've got fake thighs, and I can run. I don't know what do you do with thighs. I worried about those jerkasses singing the theme tune of the show, mocking me. I mean, if they know the tune somehow by heart, then they probably were fans of the show who just got peer pressured into not being fans of the show anymore. Just ignore them, honestly, is my advice. Anyways, every time someone calls me Julianne or Jules, I instinctively react negatively. Pavlov would be proud of me. Yeah, Pablo would be proud. For anyone who needs context, since I can't edit, Pavlov's. If you don't know this somehow, I don't know why, but Pavlov's dog is basically a conditioning experiment, wherein a dog had a bell, and every time the bell was rung, food. So the dog was eventually conditioned to the extent that whenever the bell was rung, its body would instinctively work to such an extent that it would be conditioned to drool, even if there was no actual food. Its body would conduct the preparation for eating motions, even if there was no food, as long as the bell was rung. It's a conditioning experiment. It shows that creatures can be conditioned to certain routines or habits that their body instinctively does it, and and it can be overwritten accordingly. Something along those lines. I never talk about it because I find the whole thing too silly in retrospect. And yet it affects you even today. There's nothing wrong with it though. It's actually kinda reasonable. I sure hope so. Come to think of it, what kind of kid were you, boss? When I was a toddler, I was the kind to always fight with kids bigger than me. Then puberty happened and I became the Merriam-Webster definition of a shallow jerkwad. Around the time I turned 16, I realized what an idiot I was and went on to become who I am today. And the less I talk about those years from 12 to 15, the better. Fair enough. So, Joe, what kind of guy was your grandpa? He was rough around the edges, the kind of guy that means well even if he says otherwise. He seemed to have a soft spot for me, though. One moment he was congratulating my dad by berating him a little, and the next he was playing with me. My dad worked a lot, and my mom was always traveling, so I spent most of my childhood with him. Can I ask how he died? Out of old age. My dad says, his last words were something like,
Fucking science is great at talking mannequins, but they still can't let you upload your brain.
I do a mean grandpa impression. Yeah, I see that. Why the question? I'm curious about you.
Really curious.
I just realized that even though we see each other almost every day, I know very little about you. Oh? From what you tell me, though, seems your grandpa's personality rubbed off on you a bit. I've heard that once since I was a kid, actually. You know, boss, I'm a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kind of people do you have in it? Keep in mind, you're included in the circle too, so any insults you hurl will apply right back into you. Anyway, why did you take a drink there? Wait a minute! I have this friend I've known for a long time, a red-headed, glasses-wearing gun nut called Iris. The one you called for the helmet thing? That one. She's managing a BDC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly. She's managing a bar too? I got the idea from her, actually. Oh. It's called N1RW Anna. Nirvana. I don't know. Is Nirvana a reference to something? And if you thought this city was dangerous, you should see the people she has to deal with there. Piracy ain't nothing to fuck with. And means it's an annex to another business. What else does she do there? I think the bar was originally her hotel's bar. I open a can! She moved the bar to its own building elsewhere and opened Nirvan B. N1RW and B in the hotel instead. So she moved Nirvana somewhere else. Weird decision. I believe she said she wanted a place away from the noisy rich tourists that go into the hotel. So the bar is her woman cave. Woman cave? That aside, let's see. France. I guess there's also my little sister, but that's a given. Oh, there's also my old partner from when I was with the Neo San Francisco Police Force. Good old Lexi. Should give her a call sometime. Wait, you were the what? I've done lots of things, Joe. Obviously. I mean, look at me. I spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler, an MMA fighter, chimney cleaner, lumberjack, pet shop attendant, corporate mascot. Corporate what? I still see my face on some websites from time to time. Anyway, aside from you, Gil, my little sis, Iris, and Lexi, I guess there are a lot of people that don't want to see me in harm's way. Mostly because they're the ones that want to hurt me. What about you? I guess I have acquaintances here and there. Back at home in college, I went out a lot. But it felt more like going out was a pleasure rather than the people involved. Aside from you and Gil, my closest friend since moving here is Alma. Oh, and Dorothy. You thought you took that long to think of me? I mean, sure, there's always four, but that cat's a hermit and that refuses to go out.
I can hear you.
And you know, he's a cat. Hey, a cat's fine too, you know. Hey, boss! What will he do when the bar closes? I don't know. Maybe I'll take a friend's offer of working with her. I was also thinking about going back home and helping with things there. Or maybe going traveling for a while. I see. Oh, but don't worry. Bureaucracy's slow as fuck. They won't close the bar for quite a while. Better enjoy being there while you can. Yeah, maybe. Maybe you'll be visiting me in whatever bar I end up working in? I have a bone to pick with the guy that supervises the bar I'm planning to get you transferred to. I go there even though I have virtually no reason to. With you there, I'd have something pleasant to look forward to. You're sending me to someone you have problems with? If I have to trust another bar owner, it's certainly him. He's actually a pleasant boss, from what I've seen. You call him boss? The fact that he and I have tendency to go at each other's throats is an unrelated matter. I won't trust you on that one, then. Don't worry, maybe I can get you a bracelet made out of wood pieces from the bar's counter or something. I'll see. Hey, I'll tell you what. When the bar closes, let's both take a vacation. Go on a trip. That'll clear your mind a bit. Yeah, maybe. Glitz City! Ooh. Green cloud. Oh, snow. What is happening? Chapter 2. Oh, I'm not even to chapter 2. How many chapters are there? It's coming right up. This chapter's name means bitter. Dharma. Where is Dharma? Dharma. Thank you. Yep, thank you. Oh, boss left the hoodie anyway. Best boss. Hey, for. I still think this is going to play into something later, or maybe not. Maybe it's just from teenage days, who knows. Teenagers are dumb. Danger slash use admonishment Mr. Understood again. By Lana Smithy. Famous hacker Alice _Rabbit graced the popular text board Danger slash U with a new threat, which resulted in the arrest of the site's admin known as Fervor for the second time. Poor me. We have no details to give other than that he was arrested as a part of an ongoing investigation. Cybercrimes Unit's Lizette Blanc told the Augmented Eye during a call. We are now busy tracking down the message. Poor guy keeps getting arrested. When inquired about the arrest, Fervor would only respond with a calm, not this shit again. Oh man, guys, just getting dunked on. Smart underwear? If underwear you can change with a voice command was really something you wanted in your life, Nano Camo has you covered. Spoken, barely noticed. I won't change the spell. Just 66 American kid and giant Yusuke headlining. I really should read them carefully because sometimes. Hmm. Oh, Augmented Eye doesn't cover the serious issues. Okay, I see. Hmm. Hmm. Kamotan. Hmm. Okay. Anyway, that's all for this episode. It was a nice little interlude between the last chapter and this. I didn't think of how many chapters? I'm gonna do Deltarune tomorrow though. Okay, you know what? I'm probably gonna record a bunch of these. Here's the plan. Gonna record a bunch of these, put them over the week. Try to complete this as quickly as I can. And then whenever I manage to get my hands on Deltarune chapters 3 and 4, I'll do a full playthrough from chapter 1 to chapter 4 proper like. With all the secret bosses, obviously. Because I want to do a blind playthrough before the chapter comes out properly. I want to get stuck doing a not blind playthrough. Anyway, that's all for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. If anyone even came here to watch, eh, someone came maybe earlier. Me, I came. Hi, Dharma. Anyway, that's all. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, and have a wonderful day ahead. We talked to boss. Hooray!